Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of Pete the Courier Driver Detective. So when we left our hero, which just for the record is me, we'd done the tough bit. We got into Waitrose, we'd found the lost pallets, we got them delivered, and now we're off to our second job. A job that we have done before. So we know where we're picking up, we know where we're dropping off, we know where it's going. What could possibly go wrong? Right, back on familiar turf now. We're 34 minutes away from the pickup, which weirdly, 38 minutes is in the area, 18 minutes is in the bomb zone. Don't ask, I've gone into it before, I don't understand it myself. And also, we're coming up to one of my favourite petrol stations. This is the sad thing about this job, is you actually develop certain things like your favourite petrol stations, because there's very rarely a queue for the pumps. It has diesel and AdBlue, although the AdBlue pumps have been mucking up recently. I don't actually need diesel. I've got quarter tank with, but my AdBlue's looking a bit low. That's 2 of the 4 criteria, and it has toilets, which is clean. The 4 criteria are: don't queue for the pumps, has diesel and AdBlue, you don't have to take your card in first. With this one, you do, and has plenty of toilets, all of which are clean. So we're going to have a little shifty round the. You have to go in round the back and out again. I can already see that there are lorries there, which is a bit of a disappointment because they're both Arctics. That's the other frustrating thing. You know, the tank on this is not much bigger than a Range Rover. It's okay. It's not as small as the one on the 7, as the one on Alice was. But oh my good God! You see when you put the kibosh things on things. I wonder if he's on break or if he's queuing. I think he might be queuing. Yeah, and diesel out of order. So, used to be my favourite petrol station. Right, we're in. 10 to 11. In at the right time. I'm due at 11 o'clock. That's absolutely perfect. They've got the booking reference, a number. Waitrose people. Sherlock Holmes Couriers, you know, number's wonderful, so they got me straight away. Basics, so we're just gonna pull this round here, open the back up, back it on. It's 7.5 tonne as well, which is like, which means it's going to be 10 pallets. But I'm in an 18 tonne, but they've burnt me to 7.5 tonne, which means that it's just that much easier. You know the load's not going to be more than 2.5 tonne. Can't be, because otherwise you wouldn't ask for a 7.5 tonne vehicle. So we'll. Nice and light all the way to Hatfield. Could be the end of it. Still haven't heard back on that guy. See if we're doing it tomorrow yet. We'll see. Right, that's me loaded, as usual. Yeah, nice and easy, loaded super quick. 7 pallets. Sending in the pickup 10, I've got 7. So I've rung them, because otherwise they can go, why didn't you ring us? Oh, that's a ringing back now. Hey Sheridan, how you doing? It's Pete from Van Gogh, everything's fine. Yeah, just a courtesy call. I am loaded. They only put 7 pallets on me. I think you sent me in for 10. I'm guessing. Fine, I just wanted to double check to make sure they hadn't forgot anything. That was all. Cool. Right, I'll be in M&S in an hour or so. No worries. Take care, Sheridan. Right, that's me all done, all in, all ready to go. Loaded nice and quickly, lovely. 7 pallets. Sent in to pick up 10. I rung them because I come unstuck the other day. I went into, I had a nice little run. I had a run from Northampton down to, it was kind of Bristol way. I can't remember where it was now. Swindon, I think it was. And then I got a job. Never happens. Swindon to Milton Keynes. Fantastic. 2 pallets, 800 and something kilos. So it's only 7.5 tonne again. Got there. Geezer went, no, it's only 1 pallet. I went, well, I've got 2 booking numbers. It says 2 pallets. No, we've condensed them all. It's all on 1 pallet. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, fine. Now, bear in mind this happens all the time. Well, this just happened back then. Supposed to pick up 10. Turns out to be 7. So I didn't ring because you just thought, well, I'm just going to waste everyone's time. Got all the way back to Geezer when it's supposed to be 2 pallets. I went, I know, but they told me to condense it down to 1. I explained the situation, said it happens all the time. I said, yeah, but your booking is 2 pallets. You should have run. You've never left the pallet behind. And the fork truck driver said, this firm, he said that loaded you, he said they mess it up all the time. Didn't use mess it up. But I'm like, okay, brilliant. Someone might want to give me the heads up on that one. As it was, it cost me money on the job. It cost me half the job because the guy said, well, I'm going to have to pay to get the other pallet brought back now. And I kind of went, well, okay, I suppose you're right. I should have phoned. So now, for the sake of a phone call, I'm going to ring. Of course I phoned. It went to answer phone. But then she rang me back and said, no, it is 7. But just for the sake of, that's an expensive phone call, isn't it, really? But we're going to be in Hatfield now in just under an hour. I'm going to be tipping at 12:30, and the bloke, ironically enough, I'll be collecting over there tomorrow morning. So if I had to bring the pallets back, I wouldn't have been far to drop them off, would I? You know, if I had to bring them back today. But yeah, I'll be collecting there tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning's booked on a wait and return, which is nice. So, like I say, I'm probably going to be out of distribution centre about 1:30 in the afternoon. I was on my first pickup at 6 in the morning, so it's the same as picking up at 8 and being done by 3:30, isn't it, really? But I feel like a bit of a fraud. You know, finishing at 1:30 in the afternoon and going home. It's like, get another job in there, Peter. Could work hard there, Peter. Got bills to pay there, Peter. What are you paying about going home? But what are the odds of me getting a short job? Wouldn't it be lovely? Hatfield to Dunstable. You know, urgently requires an 18-tonne vehicle. I'll roll the dice. I won't be surprised if it comes up with like 2 1s on that score. But anyway, we're off to Hatfield now. Get these ones off, see how long they want to keep me at M&S, and then who knows? Could be job done. Bing bong. Right, we're on the motorway now. We're going to be there in 39 minutes. Lovely. Yeah, what I've done with the sat nav is I've put 2 different addresses in. I've put Road Lords that's got the postcode, which I have a sneaky suspicion from taking it to where it took me last time, to the no exit gate, and Waze has got the actual road that I'm supposed to be on. So they're going to have a little sort of competition. I've got a sneaky suspicion that the road that I've been given and the postcode are both the wrong address. So it's going to be, we've got to do our detective bit again. One of them's going to be taking me one way, one's going to be taking me another way, or they both might be taking me the wrong way, in which case I'm going to be relying on my eyes and ears to remember the roundabout, which I think came underneath a high concrete bridge, which is where I've got to turn off. Like I say, it's like Cluedo, this game. It really is. Things you need to be a decent courier driver, a decent lorry driver. Tremendous amount of patience is one, because you spend a lot of time waiting. I understand the way it is with the wrong job. People skills, which for a job where basically it's just me sitting in the truck most of the time on my own, you need tremendous people skills. When you can't, the amount of people that I had to speak to this morning to try to locate 2 pallets in a box. More than you'd hope for, but there you go. And another one is the detective skills. I'll get me magnifying glass. Reading between the lines. Yeah, the postcode says this and the address says this, but I don't think it's either of those. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. The more you do it, the better you get, I would say. So, yeah, that's it. Not the world's greatest detective, of course. Although, here's an interesting one for you. In fiction, who's the world's greatest detective? I mean, we've mentioned one already. We've mentioned Sherlock Holmes. But if you put it into Google, it comes up with two answers. One, Sherlock Holmes. Who's the other one? I'll tell you at the end. Right. I thought I'd be clever about it. I had a brainwave. I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll type in, rather than Traveller's Lane or M&S stores or wherever it is, I'm going to type in the name of the DHL distribution centre, and that is going to take me the right place. But I type the DHL distribution centre into Waze, I type the postcode into Roadlords. Roadlords have sent me to the right place, and Waze has sent me to the wrong one. That's now having kittens. As you can see, it's sending me go all the way round and come out the other side. That bit where it winds up, that's the emergency exit. This bit I know only because it says DHL, go through road, DHL, it's in front of me. I've done it before. These are the advantages of jobs you've done before. I now also know that when you come in here, there's HGV going that way, HGV going that way. Flip a coin. Which one is it? No, not flip a coin. I've been here before. It's that one. I'm going to go hand me paperwork in. Doing the detective bit again. Got the reference number, told them the reference number. That's not the right reference number, that's the collection reference number, not the delivery reference number. Then rang the shipper. Through the gate now, I hope. Rang the shipper, they turned around and said, oh no, I beg your pardon, rang the shipper. That just rang and then rang off. So then I had another number for the people, the Seiko people I collected from. That just rang. That didn't ring off, that just carried on ringing. Fortunately then the guy managed to narrow down somebody on site who's expecting 11 pallets. So what I've got to do now is I've got to back it in over here to 300. And then, again, pre-armed is pre-warned, is I've done this once before. So what happens is then, I'm going to wait there, and then a guy, in kind of like a golf buggy or a fork truck or something like that, I'll see what he does now. Hopefully he's seen me. Will come round and show me the bay that I've got to go onto. He'll put me onto a bay, collect my keys and all that kind of stuff, and I say I'm not in a rush, I'm not in a panic. Started nice and early, which is lovely. It's 2 jobs a knock. This is my second job. What's that? And I'll probably be done and out of here by, well, it's only 12:30. So if I'm on site for more than an hour, I get paid waiting time. If I'm off site in an hour, that's lovely. I will have a look to see if something's coming out of Hatfield, but I don't think it will be. Otherwise, you know, time to go home. There we go. Let's wait for the fork truck driver, shall we? Of course, part of the detective work is background knowledge. How long have I actually got to sit here before I have to jump out of my cab, walk across a little zebra crossing in front of me and go, mate, is someone I've been sitting here for half hour, I've been sitting here for 20 minutes, is someone coming to see me or not? As it turns out, a bloke in a red car was just coming in the gate, and there was a bit of pointing and gesticulation. I'm hoping he'll be here sometime soon. It does affect you, because you're thinking the amount of times where you book a job afterwards, you go, oh, I'm in now, I'll be out soon. An hour and a half later, you're still in going, I'm going to be late for that next job now. It is what it is. Hopefully the gentleman will be along to see me anytime now. nearly half an hour, and then the geezer's rocked up in one of those, what do you call them things? It's like a tractor unit, but it's kind of like a tractor unit for ferrying trailers, and we've got the follow me going on, so it's hazard lights and 10 miles an hour, as it tends to be on these kind of places, nice and slowly around the old distribution centre, and he'll hopefully get me on a bay. I'm going to be here for probably over an hour. I forgot to click on site when I got here, which doesn't do me any favours, because it's, you know, because I was standing at the gate trying to get in. But I did finally ring me back, so I had a missed call from this number. Oh, yeah, it was half an hour ago, don't worry, I'm sorting it. So, right, we're going to follow this tractor unit round, see where it leads. Right, you see that gate up ahead, the one that says no parking, emergency access, keep clear. That's where Waze is trying to take me. And I only know this because I've been here once before. That gate is padlocked, doesn't open. So yeah, like emergency access. I was sitting there going, bye to the fork truck driver, how do I get in here? Fortunately, once, you know, forewarned is forearmed, and because I've done this job before, right, he stopped. Let's see where we go. Hello, sir. Number 17? 18 it is, absolutely. Little bit of a bumpy landing. I don't know what I was doing, I was banging it, but I'm trying to knock that wall down. But I've got my keys now, so we just sit and wait, take the paperwork to the transport office, presumably off we go. 1:10. It's not bad, is it? More detective work in shoes. He said, your man over there, your man over there in the Turberg truck turns around and said, yeah, I'm radioing them. I don't know you're here. Sort of like, he said, you've been here before, have you? I went, yeah. He says, you'll just wait for the light to go green and then they'll release you. I went, it's green right now. He said, well, wait for it to go red and then wait for it to go green. I went, all right then, I'll just sit here and wait till I'm told, like, you know. So it's only 7 pallets. How long can it take? Oh, how long can it take? Ages. It can take ages to move one. We'll see. It's in the wrong place. It needs to go to, where am I now? I'm on like bay, I don't know, 18. It needs to go to bay 105. So they're going to request it, then they're going to release me, then I'm going to have to go round to 105 and hopefully tip it there. The game is afoot. The mystery continues. Right, the detective work continues. Turns out that I'm on bay 18, but I need to be on bay 105. And 105 is in the north. So you remember when I came in and I said there's 2 ways to go. You either go right or go left. And I'm going to go right because I know which way to go because I've been here before. Turns out I needed to go left. So this lovely gentleman here, this man here, that gentleman over there with the shunter is going to park that trailer, and then he is going to take me round to the north side where we're hopefully going to dock on 105, and they're going to take the pallets off me. Remember I said, how long does it take to tip 7 pallets? I was right. It's a mighty long time.
Oh, so you're not on the bay?
No, I've done it. I've backed off. I've locked my doors. I've got my keys. I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Sorry, yeah.
That's okay, mate. No problem. And that noise you can hear in the back there is the wonderful sound of thunder in the back. That is the sound of a young lad with a pump truck taking 7 pallets off the back of my lorry. Which means all I've got to do then is wait for them to take them off, probably check them, then release me, then for the shunter to come round with the keys, then to take the paperwork to the transport office, and then they should let me out. I have rung to say that I've been here ever such a long time, and I was told that because the job wasn't booked until 1 o'clock, I can't do waiting time until after 2, despite the fact that we're half 12. Music to my ears. The fact that I pointed out the reason I've been here a long time is not because I actually got here early, it's because they gave me the wrong reference number. She said, no, it's a different reference number. I might ring her back and question that one. But to be honest with you, I'm not bothered. It was 2 jobs and knock, which is what it is. You kind of think, oh, I might get away early, and then you never do. So you may as well resign yourself. The fact I'm still going to be back at the yard, hopefully by 3, half 3. It's not. I mean, I left the yard at 5 this morning. It's a day's work, isn't it? And I've had worse days. Trust me. I've had more difficult to find places. But yeah, that's it. So, oh, by the way, I did say, didn't I? I said if you type in the world's greatest detective into Google, Sherlock Holmes comes up, and the other one comes up is Batman. He used to be in a detective comics, didn't he? So, world's greatest detective. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to get.
All the return colleagues at the time, 2 o'clock, making your way to level 3 PD area. That's all the returns that are starting at 2 o'clock to level 3 PD base. Thank you.
Yeah. There you go then. Right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Once again, thanks for watching.